Here's a video regarding how I built my greenhouse with repurposed or recycled windows. This first video is going to be all about how I actually constructed the foundation and made a good foundation to start the construction on. So I'm going to go step by step in how I actually put together all the blocks in the foundation and laid it and put it together. Well, here's the foundation of the greenhouse and the process of leveling and placing the blocks and trying to get it all squared up, especially if you're putting a greenhouse on a piece of property or piece of land that's not level, not flat. You may have to do a little bit of leveling and digging into the property and to level it out. So that's the process right now, and getting the blocks placed, and then we'll be firming them up with concrete and squaring them up, and then putting the plates and like a J-bolt into the concrete to attach the plates that we can frame up with the actual frame of the greenhouse. So I'll give you a run play-by-play as it develops. So as the foundation is coming together, what I'm attempting to do is just to dry fit all the concrete blocks together so that it's square, everything is level, everything is flat and prepared. And then after it's all ready to go, then I will put in the J hooks in order to secure the actual sills down and the framing. But one of the problems I had was there was already an existing water line in the area where I was building, so I decided to kind of offset my greenhouse off to the north so that it would be located close to the interior southern wall. So here's the foundation for the greenhouse. I have placed the cinder blocks down. Now they're all leveled, they're all squared. I have left an opening. The first course is inset into the ground. It's all leveled, and I dry set the blocks, and I've left a 37-inch opening for the actually framing in of a 30-inch door, allowing for two 2x4s on either side to frame it in. So after the whole structure is built, I'll have to level out the area in between the rock, the dirt that is, and bring in rock and bring in pavers and level the whole thing out. But it looks like it's about ready for the concrete to be put in, and all of the trying to mortar in some more of the blocks here for the greenhouse. Been working on it for about 2 weeks or a week and a half, and just little by little throughout the rainy season here in the Seattle area, and just kind of dry laying them, and then just placing the mortar in between the cracks and laying it along the sides so that it'll all be mortared together. It's a little bit of an incline, so I had to kind of recess a lower level of blocks so that it would all be flat, and we would have it all leveled on top. So trying to make sure all the J-bolts are secure, and I just put in one a few minutes ago so that they'll be able to put the sill down when I'm finished. Well, now that the foundation is put down, the blocks have all been mortared in, and they've been kind of packed in. The mortar's been put around the base and surrounded. It's time to start working on the sill, and so the J bolts were inserted into the cinder block, and the concrete's hard. It's been several weeks since I worked on it, and now it's time to start laying the sill down. I've laid the pressure-treated 2x4 down across the top of the bolts, and just basically pounded on it so I could have a spot where I can drill the holes. And I'm going to get those ready to be lined up, and then I'll start working on framing a wall, which will be a 2x4 as the sill, as the base, and then we'll come up with a 4x4 on the vertical end corners, and then we'll begin to frame in between where all the appropriate measurements are for the actual wood windows that we've purchased. And so it's really going to be kind of a hand fitting it together to figure out which ones fit in the best configuration. But I have it laid out in a drawing, and so we'll work on that, and so we'll kind of give you a play-by-play as we develop the framing of the walls. So we got the sill all drilled and mounted, but one of the things I noticed as I was putting the 2x4 sill down is that the tops of the cinder blocks that were not filled with concrete or with the mortar actually presented sort of an opening there, and so I don't want any moisture to intrude or to get in there to create any future problems. So I think what we're going to do is remove the sill and go ahead and fill all the cinder blocks so that there is not any voids, any openings, so that it's a clear, just a mortared top, smooth top on all the blocks. So it'll be a smooth transition between the sill and the tops of the foundation. So that's what we're going to do next, and mix some mortar up over here in the wheelbarrow and get my trowels out and make it happen.